enjoying a burek for breakfast. First time I had a burek served by a Turkish man in Norway, in Oslo. That's the cheapest thing you can even get in Norway. Yeah. I just had a burek in Serbia, so it's all quite popular over the Balkan because, you know, the Ottoman Empire. They brought their food over, and literally, you can still find like lokum and your pied and all this great Turkish food all over the Balkans. Anyway, we get to the Oktogar station, go back to it now. Hopefully get a ticket to Iraq. Thank God my phone's charging. I'm a bit worried because my last bus from the Hospital van charges weren't even working and my power bank is kaput. So I need to leave my phone like this. Charges. Anyway, these cables are like. Driving along the shores of Lake Van, the biggest lakes in Turkey. One side is Van, the other side is Dad Van. It's a ferry that goes across it. Lake Van behind, so it's all south. It's sloppy. Still traveling around Lake Van. This is like way larger than the Taupo in New Zealand. Sit rep number 3 in Tat Van. And I also just went outside to smoke, get some drinks. It's a shame that they've stopped somewhere that doesn't have a restroom, like at Oktogar. Like literally, there's all these travel agents all around Turkey with shops like this, and they'll take you to places like Batman. You see what else is there? Antep, Anda, Mersin in the south, Antalya, Istanbul, Ankara, Dikambir. Fortunately, I don't understand why I can't get a bus to Iraq today. I was warned by a friend of mine. He said if you go to Salopi, you're going to have a hard time trying to get a car to take you over the border and into Iraq. I thought, okay, well, there's got to be people, you know, applying the trades, going back and forth every day, so that shouldn't really be too hard. But I like what happened with like Lewis Crampton. He had a hard time, like somebody took him to the border, but didn't really take him into Iraq properly, so he had to wait for another car to get him into Iraq. Frugal travelers, they took a bus from Sloppy into Iraq, which is like a no-brainer. So I guess maybe once in Sloppy, I have to go like find a bus to get to Erbil or Zakho or Duhok. I just called my mother in Australia, which is something I didn't think I could have done, because literally I don't really have any credit. My phone doesn't work over here because it's like a different provider. Don't have any data. Thought I hadn't been credited, but then I just gave my mum a call. She answered, said hi to her. Yeah. Oh, look. So this is going to Iran. Van just started blowing in the cold air. Taking off my body armor. It's the only jumper I've got here. All the T-versus shirts. And we're about 70 kilometers to Surt. Actually, 82 kilometers make that. Turn there. I don't know how this cow got here, but he's probably strayed afar. But yeah, just here for a drink. I feel bad from drinking like that type of water, but I guess he's used to it. And I thought I'd say this, but I'm driving through a town called Batman. So insert Batman jokes with all the theme song. My map tells me how close I am to Syria, like a few miles, either that way. Quite shocking. I've always wanted to go to Syria, but I've got to go on a tour through Lebanon, so I'll have to do it another time in my life. Yep, finally pushing towards Sloppy. Just after 3:30, we're in a town called Surs, which isn't far from Sloppy, where I need to be. There's even signs pointing to Erbil, which is a good thing. There's people getting off at Surs, because they're not continuing on to Sloppy. I'm continuing on to Sloppy. But once you get to Sloppy, it's a challenge to get over the border. Like how much am I going to pay? I watched Lewis Crampton's guide about crossing this border like 6 years ago. And basically said some geezer put him into a taxi for 20 Turkish lira, took him to the border, but not like really over the border. So it should just be a short drive down the road, and you'll be in Sloppy now. After that, it's a challenge about like what I'm going to pay to get over the border to Zakho. I can't decide like where I want to stay tonight. I want to stay in Zakho or I want to stay in Duhok. Duhok's got like more hotels and all, and better connections to other cities in Iraq. If I go to Duhok, I can get to Lalish for tomorrow. So I'm excited. Do a blue dot and appears on Google Maps to show you where you are. It just appeared in Syria for a couple of minutes. I'm like, it can't be right, mate. I'm nowhere in Syria. Just driving along the border. Made my heart jump in, like, oh my god, is it my 90th nation so far? The sign back there said it's at 14 k's to Salafi and then 30 kilometers more to harbour. I say 40 in Turkish. So, I've been driving past Syria this afternoon. It's so Syrian air. Now there's a freeway going to Zakho, Iraq, and a freeway going to Sloppy. So I have to go to Sloppy, find some visa to take me across the border. and then like Zakho, so we're gonna go to the border. I'm like 5 kilometers away from Slovakia, well, 20 kilometers from Harbour border. So this is the end of the line, like the last Okto bus in Turkey. You can pretty much get a bus all the way to Istanbul from here. But the driver's being so nice, he's taking us on a Zakho. So we all want to enter Iraq. So back on the road we go. Alright, so in another shared van, going straight to the border. So we go for Zakho. So looks like we're almost ready to go. Alright, I feel like I'm getting close to the border, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to be crossing the border in this thing. I just have to get off, find another geezer to take me across. But I mean, this is going to cost like 20 Turkish lira, so this is nothing. 200 lira in another van to get over the border. Zakho. Looks like I made it, boys and girls. Just over that bridge, and I'll be in my 98th country. Just not too sure about the visa things, but I got a visa on arrival. So I made it to Zakho in northern Iraq, and it was a piece of cake. I was a bit stupid for not doing my visa online, but the border guard was quite sympathetic with me. My phone wasn't working properly. He even gave me free Wi-Fi. I said, look, I got a computer, I got a visa card, I got a camera, I got this, that, the other. So literally, I gave him $80 US, as it was like $75 US visa on arrival. Gave me 5,000 dinar change, and then sent me into Iraq for 30 days. I'm only allowed to stay in the Kurdish part of Iraq. I can't go to Baghdad or Mosul or Kirkuk, anything south. I have to stay within this area. But it's good enough. It's what I've been dreaming about for like the last couple of years. But then, literally, what I could have actually done was I could have flown into Baghdad, paid $75 to the federal government, and then just got a visa on arrival and all for the same price. And that would allow me to travel around through all of Iraq, not just Kurdistan. Just get back to me. So I got a hotel for 25,000 per night, so it's good value. Hello. Okay. Hello. How are you? You're good. Assalamu alaikum. Ismi Martin.
Where are you from?
London, England.
London, England.
Yeah, you like Manchester United, Man City, football?
Yes.
Football. Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Birmingham, my team. Okay.
Me, 8 years ago, go to the London.
Ah, yes, yeah, you go to London someday. We have.
Beautiful London.
Thank you. See, children are nice and friendly, you know. Well, it's night time bazaar. I'm gonna cross the road so I don't get hit by a car. Yeah. Now, it's always the best bet to have a SIM card wherever you arrive in the country, but I don't do that because, you know, it just costs more money, I guess. It's just a bit ridiculous having to rely on Wi-Fi. But, you know, from the time I left, like, the Turkish border to the time I got to the Iraq border, I've not had any access to free Wi-Fi whatsoever. I came to northern Iraq because basically I've been to nearly every country that borders Turkey apart from Syria, and it's just been my dream for many years to come out to, you know, Iraqi Kurdistan. So I'm quite glad I'm finally here. I was supposed to come here in May 2020, you know, I had a plane ticket to Sofia, Bulgaria. My dream was basically to get on a bus in Bulgaria, go all the way into Turkey and all the way to the Iraq border. COVID prevented that, then In November that year, I wanted to come here by flying in, but then Fly Pegasus cancelled my flight. And then now, 3 years later, I'm here. I'm here in Zakho. Wow. Just walking through a local people's houses and